Algebra is a branch of mathematics that deals with symbols and rules for manipulating those symbols. Algebra involves algebraic expressions or manipulating equations. Studying algebra helps you to think logically and critically to solve many problems both in studies and in real life situations. In this video, let us discuss the basic concepts involved in algebra. First, let me ask you a question. The cafeteria bought lots of frozen pizzas to serve. If you know the total amount of money they spent and how many pizzas they bought, how could you figure out the cost of one pizza? So, I'm asking what is the operation you will use to find out. So, what is the action of this operation?
Division.
Yes, very good. So if we divide, we will get the cost of one pizza. Very good. Now, Peter bought some candy and gave some of the pieces to his best friend Hal. How could you figure out how many pieces Peter has left? So what is the clue word given here to find the operation?
Left.
Left. So what is the operation? What is the operation you will use?
Subtraction.
Very good. So next question, listen carefully. Bob and Taylor do not have enough money to buy a box of donuts, but they have the exact amount needed if they combine their money. How do you find the cost of a box of donuts? What is the action of this operation? So in this question, what is the clue word given to find the operation?
Combine.
Very good. Combine. So combine means what operation will you use?
Addition.
Addition. Last one. Lisa wants to buy each of her classmates a chocolate. How do you figure out the cost? What is the action of this operation?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. So if you want to find for many, you will multiply, isn't it? So multiplication. Now let us learn what is numerical expression. Before going into this, let me ask you one question. What are the four mathematical operations?
Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division.
Yes. So four mathematical operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So numerical expression is that combines numbers and one or more mathematical operations. So numbers and mathematical operations means numerical expressions. Let me give you one example. 2 plus 3. So here we have two numbers with mathematical operation addition plus symbol. So 4 minus 3, 4 divided by 3. So these are the example for numerical expression. Can you give me one example?
5 plus 8, 3 minus
5 plus 8, 3 minus 1. Very good. So these are the examples for numerical expressions. So numbers and mathematical operations. Now, what is a variable? Variable is very important in algebra. It is nothing but a letter or symbol that represents a number. Okay, so we can replace a number by any letter. So for example, 2x plus 5. This is an expression with variable. Okay, so here in 2x plus 5, 2x plus 5, x is the variable. So x is a letter in this variable. So this is algebraic expression. So we learned numerical expression. Numerical expression consists of only numbers and mathematical operation, but algebraic expression consists of both numbers and variables with mathematical operations. So let me ask you one question. In algebraic expression 3n minus 2, what is the variable?
N.
Very good. 5l plus 2, what is the variable?
L.
L. 3y divided by 5. What is the variable?
Y.
Y. So, variable is any letter or symbol which represents a number. Now let us learn what is the constant of an expression. So constant means it is a fixed value. So for example, in 2x plus 5, x is a variable. Okay. X is a variable and 2 is the coefficient that you can learn in the next year. X is a variable and 5 is the fixed value. This is the constant. Okay. So 5 is the constant. Let me ask you one question. In 3n minus 2, what is the constant?
2.
2. 5l plus 3, what is the constant?
3.
3. So, 5 is the constant in this expression. What is the term of an expression? Terms means it is separated by mathematical operations. So, for example, in this algebraic expression 2x plus 5, how many terms are there? See, we have addition here. So, we have 2x as one term and 5 as another term. So, we have two terms. Terms are separated by mathematical operations. Now let us see some examples. A number increased by 5. So we are going to convert this into algebraic expression. So what is the action happening in this sentence?
Add.
Add. So increased by means add or joining or making larger, isn't it? So what mathematical operation we use?
Addition.
Addition. Very good. So how will you write this? A number. We should replace, listen very carefully. We replace this a number by a letter, isn't it? Any letter. So let us take x. A number x. So x increased by 5. So how will you write? Increased by means plus. So x plus 5. Like this we should convert. So let us see another example. 51 less than some number. So some number is replaced by x or any letter. So what is the action happening in this phrase?
Subtraction.
Subtracting. We subtract or decrease, isn't it? So what mathematical operation we use? Subtraction, isn't it? So here 51 less than means minus some number x. So x, so what is the algebraic expression? X minus 51. So less than some number minus 51. Some number is x minus 51. Sum of 12 and e. Sum means
Addition.
addition. So
12 plus E.
very good. 12 plus e. Now, translate these phrases or sentences into mathematical expression or equation. 12 more than a number. So, first listen, read it carefully. 12 more than means
Addition.
addition. A number we can replace by any letter. So, 12 more than a number can be written as 12 plus x. 12 more than a number. 12 plus x. 8 minus a number. So 8 minus x. Next question. An unknown quantity less than 14. Here first we should write 14. 14 less than means what operation?
Subtraction.
Subtraction. So we can replace an unknown quantity by x. So how will you write this? Tell me.
14 minus x.
Very good. 14 minus x. Now, let us see the next question. 6 times a number is 54. Here, 6 times a number. A number can be replaced by x. So, 6 times a number. What mathematical operation is used here?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. So, how will you replace 6 times a number?
6x.
Yes, 6 into x, that is 6x. So how will you write this sentence?
6x is equal to 54.
Very good. 6x equal to 54. Next question. 2 9th of a number is 11. So how will you write 2 9th?
2 by 9
Very good. 2 by 9. Of can be replaced by
into.
So a number means x. So 2 by 9 into x. That is 2 by 9x is 11. So 2 by 9x equal to 11. Next question. 3 more than 7 times a number is 9 more than 5 times the number. Very easy question. First, let us read this once again. 3 more than 7 times a number. So here we have two mathematical operations, isn't it? More than means addition. 7 times means multiplication. Very good. So what is 7 times a number?
7x.
Very good. 7x. So 3 more than 7 times a number means
3 plus 7x.
3 plus 7x. Very good. S is replaced by equal to. Now, let us come to the next sentence. 9 equal to 9 more than 5 times the number. So, the number means we should write the same number x. Okay. So, 5 times the number means
5x.
very good. 5x. So, 9 more than 5 times the number means
9 plus 5x.
very good. 9 plus 5x. So we get 3 plus 7x equal to 9 plus 5x. Is that easy?
Yes.
Very good. Now, twice a number less 8 is equal to 1 more than 3 times the number. So, how will you write this into algebraic expression? Read it once again. Twice a number. Twice means
2 times.
very good. 2 times a number. So times means into, isn't it? 2 times a number. How will you write 2 times a number?
2x.
2x. Very good. Less means subtraction, isn't it? So 2 times a number 2x less 8. How will you write 2 twice a number less 8?
2x minus 8.
2x minus 8, very good, is equal to 1 more than 3 times the number. The number means you should take the same number, okay? So we wrote a number as x. So we should take this also as x, okay? So 3 times the number. What is 3 times the number?
3x.
3x. So 1 more than 3x means
3x plus 1.
3x plus 1, or we can also write 1 plus 3x. So how will you write the equation? 2x minus 8 equal to 3x plus 1, or 2x minus 8 equal to 1 plus 3x. So is that interesting? Shall I ask you a few more questions?
Yes.
Yes. So twice a number divided by 3. Twice a number means 2x, isn't it? So how will you write this?
2x divided by 3.
You can write any variable, okay? So let us write 2a divided by 3. You can replace a number by any letter. 5 times a number minus 4. How will you write this?
5x minus 4.
Very good. 5 times a number means 5x. 5x minus 4. Thrice the sum of a number x and 6. So first let us write sum of a number x and 6. What is that?
X plus 6.
Yes, x plus 6. Thrice means 3 times this total, isn't it? So how will you write the whole sentence?
3 into x plus 6.
Very good. 3 into x plus 6. Next one. A number x is divided by 2 added to 7. So a number x is divided by 2 added to 7 plus 7. So how will you write this?
7 plus x divided by 2.
That's all. So 7 plus x by 2. Last question in this, 5x plus 2y. How can you write this as mathematical statement? So we can write this as many ways. Okay. So first the product means multiply, isn't it? 5x, 5 into x. So the product of 5x, then add, plus added to product of 2 and y, like that we can write. Or we can also write the sum of 5 times x and 2 times y. You can write like this also, sum of 5 times x plus 2 times y, then 5 times x increased by twice y. Okay, so you can write what all the terms you can replace by. So 5 times x increased by twice y, and also we can write twice and more than 5 times x. So like this we can write the same statement 5x plus 2y in different ways. Shall we quickly recall few questions? 3x minus 4. This can be written as subtract 4 from 3 times a number. N plus 8, a number added to 8 or 8 increased by a number. C1, 2 divided by x plus y. So this can be written as 2 divided by a number added to y. 5y minus 2, 5 times a number. So we can write this as 2 less than 5 times a number. Then the last one, 2x plus 3, 2 times a number added to 3. So like this we can write in many ways. Now let us see some exercise problems from NCERT textbook. Exercise 11. Find the rule which gives a number of matchsticks required to make the following matchstick patterns. Use the variable to write the rule. So the first question is a pattern of letter T as. So here T, how many matchsticks are needed to make this pattern?
2.
2. So like this we need 2 matchsticks to make the letter T. So what is the rule over here?
2x.
2x or 2t or 2n. So this is the pattern. 2 into how many matchsticks? This is 1. If you want one pattern, we need 2 into 1, 2 matchsticks. If you want 2 letters like this, we need 2 into 2, 4 matchsticks. If you want the 3 matchstick pattern letters like this, we need 2 into 3, 6 matchsticks. Okay, so that is the rule over here. Now let us see the next question. A pattern of letter G. So how many matchsticks we need?
3.
3. So the pattern is 3n. So the next one, letter U. How many matchsticks?
3.
3. So again the pattern is 3n. Letter V. How many matchsticks we need?
2.
2. So the pattern is 2n. Letter E, how many matchsticks we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 matchsticks are needed. So the pattern is 5n. Pattern of letter S, how many matchsticks are needed?
5.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is the pattern? 5n. So pattern of letter A has 6 matchsticks. So the pattern is 6n. We already know the rule for the pattern of letters L, C and F. L means 2n, C 3n and F means 1, 2, 3, 4, 4n like that. Some of the letters from question 1 give us the same rule as that given by L. Which are these? Why does this happen? So here we know that T require only 2 matchsticks, isn't it? So can you say any other letters have the same pattern?
V.
V, very good. V has we need 2 matchsticks, isn't it? So T and V require 2 matchsticks, so they have the same pattern 2n. So hence the answer is A and D. Cadets are marching in a parade. There are 5 cadets in a row. What is the rule which gives the number of cadets given the number of rows? Use n for the number of rows. So first let us take number of rows be n. Now number of cadets in a row is 5. It is given in the question. So how will you write the rule? 5n, isn't it? 5 number of cadets in a row into number of rows. So total number of cadets equal to number of cadets into number of rows. That is equal to 5n. If there are 50 mangoes in a box, how will you write the total number of mangoes in terms of the number of boxes? So we are asked to take B for the number of boxes. So let us take B be the number of boxes, and in one box how many mangoes? 50. So number of mangoes in a box equal to 50. So what is the rule over here? 50b. Very good. 50 into b, that is equal total number of mangoes equal to 50b. The teacher distributes 5 pencils per student. Can you tell how many pencils are needed given the number of students? So use S for the number of students. So first let us take S be the number of students. How many pencils for one student? 5. So what is the rule?
5s.
Yes, very good. 5s. Good. A bird flies 1 kilometer in 1 minute. Can you express the distance covered by the birds in terms of its flying time in minutes? So take T for flying time in minutes. So first let us take T minutes be the flying time. So 1 kilometer in 1 minute, isn't it? So what is the rule? 1 into T. That is equal to 1 T. Very good. T. 1 into T, that is equal to T kilometers. Radha is drawing a dot rangoli, a beautiful pattern of lines joining dots with chalk powder. She has 9 dots in a row. How many dots will her rangoli have for R rows? How many dots are there if there are 8 rows, if there are 10 rows? Very easy question, isn't it? So first let us take number of dots in a row. One row is equal to 9. Okay, now how many for R rows means we can take number of rows equal to R. Okay, so what is the rule here? 9R. Now here we are asked to write in R 8 rows. Okay, here so for 8 rows we should substitute R equal to 8. For 10 rows R equal to 10. Okay, so first let us find for 8 rows. R rows means 9R, and 8 rows means 8 into 9, that is equal to 72. Then 10 rows means 10 into 9, that is equal to 90. So if you know the rule, you can easily find all the answers. Leela is Radha's younger sister. Leela is 4 years younger than Radha. How can you write Leela's age in terms of Radha's age? Take Radha's age to be X years. So Leela is Radha's younger sister. Leela is 4 years younger than Radha. So how will you write? First let us write Radha's age be X years. So it is given Leela's age equal to 4 years younger than Radha. So younger means less, isn't it? So less means what operation will you use? Subtraction. So X minus 4 than Radha. So we took Radha's age as X, isn't it? So X minus 4. X minus 4 years. Leela's age is X minus 4 years. So that is the answer. Mother has made laddus. She gives some laddus to guests and family members. Still 5 laddus remain. 5 laddus remain. If the number of laddus mother gave away is L, how many laddus did she make? So how will you find this? First, number of laddus mother gave is L. So how many laddus did she make? So total number of laddus that she has given to her guest and family members is L, isn't it? So total number of laddus, what operation will you use here?
Addition.
Very good. Add. See, 5 remaining, isn't it? Total number of laddus that she made is, we should add the number of laddus that she gave to her family members and the number of laddus remaining. So L plus 5. 10th question. Oranges are to be transferred from larger boxes into smaller boxes. When a large box is emptied, the oranges from it fill 2 smaller boxes and still 10 oranges remain outside. If the number of oranges in a small box are taken to be X, what is the number of oranges in the larger box? So, the larger box is emptied and to fill it into 2 smaller boxes, 10 oranges remaining. So how will you write this? First, we can take the number of oranges in small box Bx. How many small boxes are there? 2 boxes, so 2x, isn't it? How many remaining? 10. So total number of oranges in the large boxes 2x plus 10. Is that easy?
Yes.
Very good. So you should read the question 2 times or 3 times, then convert it into algebraic expression. So read what operation you should use, what is given in the question. Okay, then you can easily write the algebraic expression. Look at the following matchstick pattern of squares. The squares are not separate. Okay, the same here, one square, then two, then three, like that. Two neighboring squares have common matchstick. Here one common. Here for this square and this square we have one common, like that. Observe the pattern and find the rule that gives the number of matchstick. Okay, this is also very interesting question. Here you have given one hint. If you remove vertical stick at the end, you will get a pattern of C's. So if you remove this particular matchstick, you will get C, isn't it? Here also, if you remove this, you will get C, like this. So this is the clue which is given for you. So first let us count how many matchsticks are there for the first one. 4 matchsticks, isn't it? Second one, 7. Okay? Yeah, 4 plus 3, 7. Here for the third one, how many matchsticks? 10. For D1, 13. So here, according to the clue, if you remove one, you will get the form of C, isn't it? So why it is given 3 plus 1, isn't it? So you can write 4 as 3 plus 1. Okay. So for the next one, you can write 6 plus 1. Okay. So here one more. The next one is 9 plus 1. Next one is 12 plus 1. Okay. So 12 plus 1. Now, some pattern is there, isn't it? 1 is constant in everything. I told you, no, constant means it won't change. It remains constant. So here 1 is the constant here. In each one is constant. So plus 1. Now, only the first term is varying. Here we have 2 terms. First term is varying. Here 3, here 6, here 9 and here 12. So how will you write this? 3, 3 into 2, 3 into 3, 3 tables, isn't it? 3 into 1, 3 into 2, 3 into 3, 3 into 4. Here also 1 into 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, isn't it? So that you can keep one variable. So how will you write? 3x plus 1. Okay, so 3x plus 1. If you write 1 in place of x, you will get 3. 3 into 1, 3. If you write 2, 3 into 2 plus 1. So you will get the second pattern. If you write 3, you will get 3 into 3, 9 plus 1. If you write 4 for x, you will get 3 into 2, 12 plus 1. So like this, you need to find the pattern. So we have one more question in this. It's also very easy. Let's see. Here, first let us count how many mastics are there. Here, first one 3, second one 5, third one 7, fourth one 9. So here also, if you remove 1, we'll get 2 plus 1, then 4 plus 1, then you'll get 6 plus 1 and 8 plus 1. So multiples of 2, isn't it? So how will you write? 2x plus 1. So x is the number of triangles. So for one triangle means 2 into 1, we need 3 mastic. If you want 3 triangles means 3 triangle means 2 into 3, 6. 6 plus 1, 7 mastics are needed. So if you want to arrange 10 triangles, how many mastics are needed? 2 into 10, 20. 20 plus 1, 21. So 21 mastics are needed to make 10 triangles like this. If you want to make 100 triangles, how many mastics needed? 2 into 100, that is 200 plus 1. 201 mastics needed to make 100 triangles like this. Yeah. So this will help you to solve many real life problems also. It's very interesting. You can make so many patterns like this if you know the rule. If you find out the rule. Okay. Yes. Now let us move on to exercise 11.2. The side of an equilateral triangle is shown by L. Express the perimeter of the equilateral triangle using L. So perimeter means what? Sum of all the sides. Let us draw one equilateral triangle. So it is given L is the side, isn't it? L, L. So what is the perimeter? Sum of all the sides means L plus L plus L. So that is 3L. So 3 into L. If you know the side, you can multiply 3 into that length. You will get the answer. Second question. A regular hexagon. So hexagon means it has 6 sides. A regular hexagon means 6 equal sides, isn't it? Here also you are given L as the side. So we have 6 sides, isn't it? So L plus L plus L plus L plus L. So you will get 6 L's are there, so 6L. Third one, a cube is 3-dimensional figure. It has 6 faces and all of them are identical squares. Length of an edge of a cube is given by L. So how many edges are there for a cube? We have 12 edges, isn't it? So what is the rule? Number of edges is 12. So number of edges into length of edge, that is equal to 12L. The diameter of a circle is a line which joins 2 points on the circle and also passes through the center of the circle. So express the diameter of the circle in terms of its radius. So what is the diameter? Look at the picture. BA. AB is the diameter. It passes through the center. So diameter is nothing but
Radius plus radius is equal to 1 diameter.
very good. Radius plus radius equal to 1 diameter. So we have 2 radius in 1 diameter, isn't it? So r plus r, that is equal to 2r. So we can express diameter is equal to 2r. Then fifth question, to find the sum of 3 numbers 14, 27, listen carefully, okay? 14, 27 and 13, we can have 2 ways. We may first add 14 and 27 to get 41 and then add 30 to get the sum as 54. Or we may add 27 and 13 to get 40 and then add 14 to get the sum 54. So like this you will get. So how can you write this in terms of variables? How will you replace this and write the variable? So this is one property you learned, that, isn't it? What is that property? Associative property. A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. So this is called associative property. Yes. Now let us see some problems from exercise 11.3. This is very easy and interesting sums because you know this already very thoroughly. Okay. So shall we do the sums? First one, make up as many expressions with numbers, no variables. As you can from three numbers 5, 7 and 8, every number should be used not more than once. Use only addition, subtraction and multiplication. Okay, so we are asked to frame some numerical expression, not algebraic expression. So do you know the difference between numerical expression and algebraic expression? In numerical expression we have only numbers and operation, but in algebraic expressions we have numbers, variables and mathematical operations. So we have three numbers 5, 7 and 8. We should use these three operations. We can make some numerical expressions. Okay, so first we can write like this: 5 into 8 minus 7. So we use these three numbers, okay, and we use this two operations here. So these are the possible operations, numerical expressions. Okay, 5 into 8 minus 7, 5 into 8 plus 7, 8 plus 5 into. We can also make some other numerical expressions using these three numbers and with addition, subtraction and multiplication operations. Which out of the following are expressions with numbers only? Okay. Here in the first one, is it correct with the numbers only? No, isn't it? We have one variable here. In the second one, we have one variable here. In third one, we don't have any variable, isn't it? So it is an expression with numbers only. Third, D1, no, only numbers, isn't it? E1, we have one variable. F, we have variable N. In G, we have variable P. So what are the expressions which have only numbers? C and D, isn't it? Yes. So C and D are the expressions with numbers only. Identify the operation in forming the following expressions and tell how the expressions have been formed. Okay, so you should tell how it formed and what operation you used. Okay, so let us take the first one, A. See here, G plus 1. So here addition, isn't it? Because 1 is added to G. So addition. So you should write like this. G minus 1, 1 is subtracted from G. So subtraction. Here y plus 17, 17 is added to y. So the operation is addition. Y minus 17, 17 is subtracted from y. So subtraction is used. Next one, B. 17y. So what is 17 into y? Isn't it? 17 is multiplied by y. So multiplication. 17 divided by y divided by 17. So y is divided by 17. So division. 5z, z is multiplied by 5. So multiplication. Then C sum. 2y plus 17. So 2 times y. So here multiplication added to 17. So plus. So multiplication and addition. Then 2y minus 17, 2 times y. So multiplication is there and subtraction is there. So multiplication and subtraction. Now let's see the last one D. 7m 7 times, isn't it? So it is multiplication, and minus 7m plus 3 means minus 7 times. Okay, so into multiplication and addition, and here the last one also multiplication and subtraction. Fourth question, give expressions for the following cases. So how will you write this in algebraic expression? Okay, so we replace the mathematical operations in mathematical operations. Okay, so shall we do one by one? 7 added to p. 7 p plus 7. 7 added to p. So we should write p first, p plus 7. 7 subtracted from p. So p minus 7. P multiplied by 7, 7p. P divided by 7, p 7 by p. 7 subtracted from minus m. So minus m minus 7. Minus p multiplied by 5. So minus 5p. Minus p divided by 5. So you should write minus p by 5. P multiplied by minus 5. So minus 5 into p minus 5p. Very easy, isn't it? Give expressions in the following cases. The same question. 11 added to 2m. So 2m plus 11. 11 subtracted from 2m. So 2m minus 11. 5 times y, that is 5y, to which 3 is added. So 5y plus 3. 5 times y, 5y, from 3 is subtracted. So 5y minus 3. Y is multiplied by minus 8. So minus 8y. Y is multiplied by minus 8. So minus 8y, and then 5 is added to the result plus 5. So minus 8y plus 5. Y is multiplied by 5. So 5y, and the result is subtracted from 16. So 16 minus 5y. So result is subtracted from 60. Y is multiplied, the last question, y is multiplied by minus 5, and the result is added to 16. So minus 5y plus 16. Sixth question, form expressions using t and 4. Use not more than one number operation. Every expression must have t in it. Okay. So four operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, you can write like this, isn't it? Use t and 4. So t plus 4, t minus 4, 4t, t by 4, 4 by t, 4 minus t, 4 plus t are the expressions using t and 4. Second question, you should use y, 2 and 7, and every expression must have y in it. Okay, so if you want y in it, you can write like this only: 2y plus 7, 2y minus 7, 7y plus 2. Okay, so like this you can write many expressions. Okay, yes. So hope
Happy learning.